It's really not every day that you have the chance to. It's really not every day that you have the chance to humiliate yourself on stage and maybe lose some friends that you thought you'd have for the rest of your life. So for those of you who don't know me, my name's Grayson. I barely got into Michigan and, graduated with this super soft major, and I've just been pretending that I've gone to engineering school ever since. So first off, I'd like to say thanks to Ben. It's really nice to host us at this trash company today. Yeah, I helped him move the dumpsters outside earlier, which is kind of why it only kind of smells like shit in here, but not really too bad. Man, isn't this crazy that we can live in this world where like someone can do a roast just like that virtually? That's nuts, man. I know that Rick's running for mayor of Little Silver, but that Ed Snowden impression makes me think that he might be running from something more.
I'm here to defend himself.
So yeah, it seems like that everywhere Aaron goes, he makes friends. It's like around the country, around the world. IK flew in from LA for this event. We got Stafford, who I think's in from Europe. Yeah, and we got Danny and Luke in from the Outer Richmond. So we also got Kevin Dargatz with us here tonight. Yeah, you might recognize him from places like Tinder. Yeah, it's really nice to have you out tonight in the physical world, man. Awesome. We also got IK back there, who I shouted out earlier. So yeah, IK is one of the most educated guys here, I would say. He's got an undergraduate and a master's in neuroscience, so it's like super impressive. It's really great to see someone with like such a tip-top education really applying it somewhere that matters, building fantasy football apps. And how could I forget? We've also got one of the other most notable people in the room, Curtis Kowalk. So for those of you who don't know, Curtis was Aaron's roommate freshman year. Yeah, the two of them had this huge suite in our dorm. It was enormous. They had their own bathroom, their own kitchen. It was like absolutely absurd. Yeah, so I think Aaron and Curtis had the only place in our college dorm that was really like that, to be honest. I had no idea that they gave gay couples special treatment like that. Well, dude, no one had any issues with your guys' relationship at all, but it was like really inappropriate when you cheated on him senior year. Honestly, like I really don't blame Aaron for busting into my house and slapping you like you did. All right. So now on to our main guy, Aaron Tarver. You're 30, man. Congratulations. Yeah, you made it. You got a great job, a great apartment, and like an awesome fiance who can like organize this whole event. Super cool, man. You've changed a lot from that Jaeger bomb drinking freshman that I met in 2007 to the polished guy we got in front of us right now. I really can't believe that like the guy who would refuse to hit a joint with me next to the music school in college is now off in Peru taking ayahuasca and stuff like that. It's nuts. Yeah, but I always thought it was funny. Aaron told me that like for some reason ayahuasca just didn't work on him. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot ayahuasca doesn't work on robots. So some of you guys may have seen from his Instagram that in the last couple of years, Aaron has really developed a talent for photography. Dude, that's a really cool software update, man. But yeah, man, you know that you have to download the ayahuasca app separately. So a couple months ago, a lot of us went to Las Vegas and we watched March Madness there and like bet on a lot of basketball games. And afterwards, we were like all sharing photos from the trip. It was awesome. But one thing I noticed is Aaron didn't share a single photo from that entire trip. So, I get that it's tough to like stoop down to your iPhone from the DSLR that you have, man. But like, your coworkers are totally fed up with all that email they get by carrier pigeon. Anyways, yeah, man, it's been awesome to know you over the last 12 years. Really admire you in a lot of ways, and yeah, it's awesome to see how you're always like learning new things and kind of like pushing yourself forward, and also just know how to have fun and kick back. Happy Thanksgiving.
Talking Q-tip could be so funny. You got drinks? You sure? You're good. All right. Yeah. I didn't anticipate being so close to you during this roast. We've got to move it over. It's a little offensive. Sorry. Off to a good start here. So, Aaron, I got to be honest, when I heard that Leslie wanted to do a roast for you, I was a little mixed feelings. On one hand, I was like, yeah, fuck this little bit. I pictured you in that chair, perched as you are, looking pretty dumb, and mixed between like an ashy daddy long leg and a bag of bones. Rocking that noodle pant style that you like. On the other hand, I was like, I don't know if I should do this because you actually wanted to do this, right? Which is kind of sick. I don't know like what kind of guy wants to get roasted, but that was you. And I was like, listen, he's sitting here loving every minute of it, laughing like an upbeat laugh, like a white man from the segregated South. So. I actually have a bunch of racist jokes in this. But I think actually the fear I was looking for, I'm seeing your eyes a little bit right now. But it's more because you thought you were going to a free dinner, and now you're looking around and wondering if you got to pay for this whole event.
That was very good. Very accurate.
All right. So I actually, the structure of my roast here is more about how I first met Aaron, which was first day of move-in at Smith House in Michigan. Feel free to boo in every Michigan fan here. So Aaron kind of just like appeared out of nowhere, kind of side-saddled me a little bit. He was like, hey man, I'm Aaron Tarver. Hit me with that bony dap that we all know. Real hard, kind of hurt. So first thing I said, I was like, damn, man, this guy's half black, he's half Asian, and 100% white. Aaron, you're so white, your phone autocorrects my nigga to vanilla. You're so white, you need to use primer to do blackface. Aaron, your complexion is on Sammy Sosa's vision board. But at the same time, because you got the Asian, you got the black, you're kind of like that token whatever guy. So like, black people invite you to the parties as the token white guy. We invite you to our parties as the token black guy. They don't actually have to hang out with black people, so it's like a win-win. I have a lot of black friends, guys. You were a friend, though. So the second thing I noticed about Aaron, when I looked at him, and it was very obvious immediately, I said, this guy is a pervert, for sure. Has anybody else noticed the way he like purses his lips? It's like he's like always looking to suck a nipple, like any type of nipple. Aaron, you're the type of guy who sniffs a girl's panties and immediately folds them. really strong preference for a bidet. And your laugh. Like, does anybody else think he sounds like Pee Wee Herman Cain? I don't know how they let your big brother. Like, how do they do that? That's not right for kids. Last thing I noticed about him, and you guys, I think everybody else knows it, I was like, fuck, this guy is rigid. You are just rigid. You always talk about hard body, but like maybe a little too hard at times. Dude, you walk around like you got early onset rigor mortis. Like you're like trying to avoid wrinkles, you just ironed your clothes or something. Why do I feel like you have sex in the plank position? Through a sheet. The only thing loose about Tarver is his butthole, and that's the next thing I want to talk about. So you guys all know that Leslie and Aaron like traveled for a year, and I don't know. I literally didn't hear anything from him for basically a year, other than this one text he sent to our group thread. Which is this long diatribe about how he almost shit his pants and had to like helicopter over a toilet. And I think the quote was he avoided a diarrhea disaster.
No, you didn't.
So my reaction was like, man, dude, you just saw the Himalayas and you're talking about poop? And then I was like, yeah, I kind of like poop actually, keep going. I actually don't have a transition for this next section, but I did want to talk about Aaron's proclivity for white women. It was college, so we're good. It was college. So the first girl I saw Aaron hook up with was in college on Halloween. Aaron, you, and I totally, I maybe misremembering this, but I think you were dressed as Dracula with whiteface on. But it's not racist because you are white, so I get it. She, on the other hand, she wasn't dressed like a ghost per se, but she looked like a ghost. She was literally translucent. It was disgusting. I don't remember this, but we were at that junction by one of those frats, and I said, Aaron, I don't think you want to do this. You looked at me, you're like, nah, I do. And you ran off. So that was number one. We got Julia Deagle. I'm gonna say about her. We've got Marissa Cowley Fellows, the finest specimen of a Midwest cunt. I agree. I also love Marissa. And that was our first Eskimo Bros. That was number one. And ever since I've been looking for number two. So, Leslie. Stacy? I think I gotta skip the rest of this after that, right? So, I guess actually, Leslie, to try to maybe make myself up there, long way of saying I'm really happy he met you. And I want to use this opportunity, Sandy, fuck you. I was the reason that you two met, okay, if you remember. It was Jason and I's party at our house. We arranged the whole thing, so you can thank me later for that. It was kind of like love at first sight, or maybe more accurately, it was like love at first, oh, we actually look alike. So, that's it, Aaron. Good luck with your 30s. I hope it treats you better than it has me. If I miss the gym for a week, my pant button pops off. And so hopefully your hard body is maintained for years to come. That Fresh Prince of Bel-Air look doesn't turn into the Fresh Prince of No Hair look. And if it does, Leslie's going to dump your ass, and then it's back to the white chicks. So, anyway, happy birthday. I love you. Next up, we got Curtis Kowalk, star in 13 going on 30. So.
I was nervous for a while, like following Ben, and now I'm not so nervous. The way that ended. Ben, thank you for letting us use your space tonight. It's incredibly impressive what you've accomplished, what you've built. I think a lot of us remember Ben when he was just a sloppy engineering student with weak ankles, and now he's a sloppy entrepreneur with weak ankles. No, it's really impressive what you've built here. Like, you could have chosen to break into any industry, and you chose the trash industry. And that's really brave. Maybe it doesn't sound brave, but like, think about it. Like, the trash industry is notoriously corrupt. It's like controlled by the mafia, and Ben decided he was going to go toe-to-toe with the mafia. And he figured like the best way to do that would be to move away from New York City to San Francisco. Ben's more of like a long-range sniper. He's not one for like hand-to-hand combat, you know? Or maybe he figured he would just kind of like take out the mafia like one family at a time, starting with the gay mafia out in San Francisco. I don't know. Maybe that's a hate crime. I don't know. We'll let it slide. Speaking of trash, Kevin's here. Everybody knows Kevin. If you didn't know Kevin when you got here tonight, Kevin was a guy who like cornered you as soon as you came in. Was like way too friendly and stood like 6 inches too close to you. But that's just the way Kevin is. He's like he's the nicest guy, the most like outgoing person I've ever met. Like he's the type of guy who's gonna go up to strangers and give them hugs. If your parents are in town, he'll go up and introduce himself to them and shake their hands. And if you're a waitress in Austin, he'll smack you as you reach for a plate that he hasn't quite finished yet. That may or may not have happened. The waitress may or may not have been extremely offended, but don't worry, Kevin was extremely upset too. He spent the rest of the night explaining to us how the waitress owed him an apology. IK, where's IK? IK? Hey! IK's here. IK made it all the way up from Los Angeles, which is not a surprise. IK is a very generous guy. He'll travel to the ends of the earth to hang out with his friends. I mean, when he heard that Leslie was going to host this event, he thought, okay, all of Aaron's friends are in Los Angeles. I've got like the perfect venue. How about my apartment in Los Angeles? He's a very generous guy. He came all the way up here, and Danny's here too. He didn't have to travel quite as far as IK, but it still took him just as long to get here.
It's an out of Richmond joke.
It's an out of Richmond, but it's also just like how Danny commutes. Like he, on his way here, he got a bike share. He took that bike share and rode to where he had chained up his bike, hopped on his bike, took that over to the bus stop, hopped on the bus, took that over to a Lime scooter, grabbed the Lime scooter, took that back to where he chained up his bike. Then he grabbed his bike, took that here. I mean, you do know Uber exists, right?
I know you guys.
You're good. It's a pretty standard commute for you. Yeah. Grayson's here. Where's Grayson? I think Grayson came solo tonight. That's not Grayson's fault, because he's trying to navigate the tricky San Francisco dating waters while at the same time battling the dating apps like Bumble and Hinge, which I don't know if you guys know this, but they gave him a really fucked up dating algorithm. I don't know if you guys have seen the girls that Danny and Kevin are matching with, but for some reason they're never matching with Grayson. It's totally rigged, right? It has to be. That's the only reason. And now for the reason we're all here, Aaron Tarver. Aaron, my freshman year roommate, my all-time beer pong partner. Unless there's a person who's one spot ahead of us in line, then that guy is Aaron's all-time beer pong partner. Until they lose. Then Aaron's like, yo, we're gonna win one for room 1208, right? It's been us. Until we lose. And then he finds someone else who's his all-time beer pong partner. He's very, very loyal. No, actually, beer pong is the source of some of my favorite memories of Aaron. One of these stories was already kind of alluded to earlier. It was either junior or senior year when we were living at Cross House. We had been pre-gaming for a while, so I decided we were going to play some beer pong. I'd go out to the store, buy the beer, bring it back for pong. By the time I got back, Aaron informed me that there was already a list of people scheduled to play, and even though I bought all the beer, I was going to have to wait for a while. So we had been drinking for a while, so words were exchanged. I decided I would just leave and go hang out with our friends down the street. And about like 15 minutes later, Aaron, I guess he believed that when I left, I took all the beer I bought with me. So I had. He barged through the door. I was sitting on the couch, and he marched over to me. He hadn't said a word yet. He marched to me, and he goes, yo, you look me in the face when I'm talking to you. And he slapped me. It's a true story. Yeah, that's college. No, that's Aaron's just kind of like competitive nature. Like, he's one of the most competitive, confident people I've ever met. Some people might say he's arrogant, cocky. Some people might say that. I wouldn't. But some people might. Not me. But you guys all know Aaron is all bluster. Like, you wouldn't know it by by the way he talked about his game freshman year. But I was his roommate, so I can pretty confidently say that I hooked up with as many girls freshman year as Aaron did.
Why is that here? You know?
No, seriously though, Aaron's a great guy. A couple months ago when we were in Vegas for the bachelor party, we were standing outside of a strip club, and Aaron was a little bit drunk, and he thought that was a good opportunity to tell me how much of an ally he was. Huge ally to me and my people. He said that he was like, yo, when you first met me, you were like, yo, this guy is an ally. And he proceeded to tell everybody about how he was the first person at Michigan that I came out to. And honestly, it's true. Aaron was the first, and perhaps that had less to do with him being such an obvious ally, and more with the fact that he had kind of figured things out on his own, and so he was going to ask me open-ended question, leading question after leading question after leading question, until I finally just gave in and admitted it. But honestly, there's a lot of truth to what he said. When I went to college, I was I was a little anxious. I was nervous. I didn't know if I was when I was gonna come out, if I was gonna come out, and I think subconsciously I purposely surrounded myself with people like Aaron that I thought would still like me, if and whenever I had the balls to actually do it. And so all the Smith House guys and Aaron right at the top of the list hold a very special place in my heart. So Aaron, happy birthday, buddy, and thanks for everything.
Is nobody going to introduce me?
Okay, she's gonna introduce me.
Wait, no, you're not. Danny, you're not next. No. We're gonna do. First, I want to make sure everybody is well hydrated. So if you need a drink or more tacos, feel free.
Taco break, taco break.
Taco break. Taco break. Taco break.
Just go down to
Intermission.
What's that? You just go down to
They were like,
Yeah.
you know, when they're
Yeah, you like that? Bigger, bigger.
How's it going, man?
I got a little bit. I worked at Thanks for the rehearsal, dude.